Okay, so before we even get into the video, let's say something. My PSN ID is the Bro2044. If no one else knows, I do want to grab a good group to play with. I'm not gonna say good. I just want to say I want to have a group to do night hunters with, and I kind of want them to be survivor level 25, just because that's my only recommendation. The only other recommendation I would have is you have like the upgraded crossbow with a toxic bolt in it, and that's pretty much it. I'm not too strict on my rules. I think that it would be nice for you to have an upgraded crossbow, toxic bolt, or a Kakuri knife, something with very good stats in it, because I'm looking for a group to just win, and I'm looking to get fantasy weapons from all this, and yeah, I'm not gonna ask for too much. I just want to play. So yeah. Anyways, welcome back to another Dying Light video. Today I'm going to be discussing Dying Light's issue with pay to win. Now, I'm not going to say it's pay to win as much it is just buy this for cheaper and get a better thing for it, you know? Because it's a very cheap price to get some of the best weapons in the game. And a lot of people think the Bozak bow is one of the best bows in the game. Or it is one of the best bows, but it isn't the best. People are saying it's the best. And I am going to, quite frankly, I'm just going to disagree with you. So, we're going to be taking a look at the Bozak bow versus the Ranger bow. And the reason I'm saying this is because the Ranger bow is the best. And yeah, I want to tell you why. Basically, for a cheaper price, you get a better bow and everything the Bozak Horde has to offer in terms of weapons. Anything else in terms of Bozak Docket or the Bozak Mask with the costume is not included in this whatsoever. But it is highly recommended that you do get both DLC because they're both extremely fun. Even though, let's just get into the video. So, the bows in the game aren't particularly too powerful. I don't recommend them, personally. I love my Ranger bow, but it just doesn't do the damage it needs to. It took me 4 shots to kill that tanky zombie right there with the Bozak bow. This has 2 upgrades on it with, I believe, 400% extra damage on my bow, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 400% damage. Which is bad. That's the Bozak bow. Looking at the Ranger bow, both of these have 2 out of 2 upgrades on them that give it extra damage. So the Ranger bow has roughly around a 5% extra damage going for it. Now that's good, but it's, in my opinion, it could be enough, it could not be enough depending on the type of zombie you're killing. If you're looking to kill a demolisher, the bows, even the Bozak bow or even the Ranger bow, they're just not for you. Now, even though that was not a good example, you're going to see that this thing actually doesn't have the killing power you thought it would have. Right? Its max damage potential is around 4,000, which is nice. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something very important. I 2-shotted this tanky zombie right here versus the 4-shot that police zombie had. Right, so roughly you're shaving off 2 shots, increasing that time to kill. But on the Bozak bow, I did hit 3 in the body, 1 in the head. You're gonna see that even on a headshot with the Ranger bow, it still doesn't 1-shot the zombie. It doesn't even 2-shot a zombie. It around 3 shots a zombie. You can go ahead and pick your arrows back up and all that, but it doesn't suffice. It doesn't suffice because the bows just don't do enough damage. Even though you're given a lot of stuff, you know, you're given a lot of weaponry and all that. So here's a Bozak bow against one of those tanky zombies. Around 3 shots them, right? Also the head, also the head. So they do roughly around the same damage. Unless you body shot and you shave around one bolt off, which is 2,500 damage you shaved off. Right, the Bozak bow is still really good, on the other hand, because, well, you buy the Bozak Horde for 10 bucks, you can get a cool little costume, and if you can also have your own little event that, you know, takes time to fully complete. But if you do a bunch of multiple different tasks, a few tasks, you can get a mask added to Bozak's pet outfit. You can also grab yourself blueprints for explosive, electric, and incendiary ammo. Or arrows. Do I 100% recommend this? No, I do not, because for $7 cheaper, you can get the Ranger bow. The Bozak bow. Four-shotted him. But for the Ranger pack, which roughly costs around $3, you can get everything that the Bozak Horde offers in terms of weapons for a cheaper price, and is better by 5% extra damage. You take a look here. We have Ranger's incendiary arrows, Ranger's electric arrows, and Ranger's exploding arrows. Yes, I just found out about this too. I kept thinking I had to buy this stuff. Yes, you have blueprints for them, and they give you the arrows and the stuff, all of that for you. And that's kind of sad, in my opinion, that they would do something like that. And, you know, it's kind of whatever. You kind of learn to live with it. And, yeah, yeah. But here's what the Bozak Horde offers over the Ranger bow set. Because a lot of people don't have the money like me to spend. And I'm not trying to brag. I really am not. I'm just trying to tell you. Honestly, if you want a bow that can do damage, especially in the early game, get the Ranger pack. If you want like something to spend time on, get the Bozak bow, because they don't do too much different damage, but they definitely do have their differences. Yeah, saying that one doesn't have, like, one bow doesn't have effort. You know, you buy it, you get everything for it. Some might say that the Bozak Horde is better because, well, you get a cool little outfit and you get a bunch of other cool stuff, considering Bozak dockets, the things that, you know, overall just increase just your survivability, not your survivability, but your weaponry, your arsenal, and it allows you to just allows you to wreck and stuff like that. And yeah. So honestly, I recommend if you want me to be 100% honest, I want to recommend you the Bozak Horde, because not only is it, you know, it's not horribly priced, but it definitely is worth it, because you also get Bozak dockets, which allow you to increase your arsenal. Well, I don't think you can get fantasy weapons out of the dockets, but you definitely can get gold weapons. But if you're not too hung up on all of that money, and you only have like a $5 to spend, buy yourself the Ranger pack. Buy yourself a Ranger pack. I'm not gonna, you know, throw you down. I think the Ranger pack is amazing, but hear me out. I have a much better option for you, and this is a $20 option, and it gives you a better bow. And this is the following. If you buy the following, you get a whole new map, a whole new set of weaponry to get, a buggy to drive, and, well, your very own upgraded crossbow. So if you didn't know, Dying Light is a very good game, one of my personal favorites, and it rewards, or it doesn't reward the vanilla game as much as the following. They both cooperate with each other. They all do their things, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, that's the upgraded crossbow. So you also get quote unquote one of the best weapons in the game, and people are like, this is much better than the Ranger bow, or this isn't as good as the Ranger bow. Well, you know, heads up, the upgraded crossbow is one of the best range weapons in the game, if not the best range weapon, because it one-shots everything, even at low level like me. It does a lot of damage. It has its own little things going for it, and you know, it has its own little quirks and stuff that you can do. You have toxic bolts. You have access to like a whole new bow that you could just use. I totally recommend the following over anything because, well, once again, I mean, the fantasy weapons are a vanilla game, but if you get the following, you feel like you're more accepted in the Dying Light community. You get a buggy, you get an upgraded crossbow that has a headshot multiplier, and let me get this straight, the headshot multiplier on the crossbow is significantly higher than on the regular bows, and that's good because it does like 100% extra more damage, or maybe even 200% more, or just maybe even 50% more. It just makes the big difference, though. It makes such a big difference, and this crossbow just is everything. This crossbow just does way too much work, and you start to like realize, hey, that this fucking crossbow is amazing. This crossbow does everything. It does everything. It has no arc. You know, it has more of a clear sight. You know, everything the bow can do, the crossbow can do better, and all that. So overall, I mean, this video is just showing you like Dying Light's kind of pay-to-win system, and how like the Bozak bow is kind of stuck in between so many different things, and how weird it is and all that.
Thanks, man.
Oh my god, I'm so close. I'm so close. But yeah, if you want me to be, so that's me being 100% honest. Of course, you can stick with the vanilla game and be bored out of your mind. Yes, you will be bored out of your mind, you know, going with, per se, the vanilla game. But it's worth it in the end. It's worth it getting the following, because you do feel accepted. You feel like you're missing out on a huge chunk of the game if you don't have the following, which you are. Spoiler alert. You are missing out on a massive chunk of the game when you're not playing the following. So please, 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 guys, make sure you get the following over the Bozak Horde or the Ranger Pack first. But get the following before anything, because you get one of the best bows in the game. And yeah. Overall, that's pretty much all I had to say. If you have anything else you want to tell me, what the fuck? But if there's anything else you wanted to tell me, just comment down below. Once again, the ID for my PSN is thebro2044. If you want to have a Night Hunter team, just, you know, hit me up and stuff like that. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, possibly subscribe. It would make my day. Peace out.